Listen carefully, chosen one, because what I'm about to reveal will change how you see everything that's been happening to you. What they did to you was the dumbest thing they could have ever done. And right now, as I speak these words, they're discovering just how catastrophic their mistake truly was. The demons they conjured are still there, chosen one, still there, but not haunting you. They're haunting the spellcasters. Right now, as you're listening to this, there are people who can't sleep at night because the entities they summoned to destroy you have taken up permanent residence in their own minds, their own homes, their own lives. These dark forces are feeding on their energy instead of yours, growing stronger every day while their hosts grow weaker. These people are literally losing their minds trying to figure out why nothing happened to you. They're checking their phones obsessively, waiting for news of your downfall. They're driving by your home to see if you're still there. They're asking mutual friends about your life, desperate for any sign that their magic worked. Why are you still standing? Why haven't you given up? Why are you still thriving when they spent thousands trying to break you? They're sitting with their heads in their hands, having sleepless nights, because they can't comprehend what went wrong with their plans. And that's just the beginning of this story. You see, some of these people are closer to you than you realize. That partner who cooks for you every day, that friend who always offers you drinks, that family member who insists on preparing your meals. Be very careful, because there are people putting substances in your food and beverages to keep you docile, unfocused, and under their control. They want you dependent on them while they slowly drain your energy, your money, your very life force. This is happening right now to people listening to this. There are people who have no idea they're sleeping next to energy vampires. Partners who smile in their faces while poisoning their meals and stealing their life force. These partnerships that look so perfect from the outside, the couple that everyone envies, the relationship that seems too good to be true, are actually energy theft operations, and the victims are too blinded by physical attraction and false comfort to see what's really happening. They come home tired from work every day thinking it's just job stress. They feel unmotivated and lazy, blaming it on getting older. They notice their ambition decreasing, their creativity dying, their drive disappearing, and they think it's natural. Meanwhile, their partners are growing more vibrant, more successful, more energetic, because they're literally feeding off their life force every single day. But this is exactly why many of you are single right now. It's not because you can't attract anyone. It's not because nobody wants you. It's because there are demons lurking in the dating pool, disguised as potential partners, and your spiritual protection won't let you settle for someone who would drain your light. You're being protected from these energy vampires who masquerade as divine connections while secretly working for your destruction. The universe has been keeping you single because settling for fake love would have blocked real love from finding you. Every time you wondered why that attractive person suddenly lost interest, why that promising connection fizzled out, why you kept meeting people who seemed perfect but felt wrong, that was your protection system working overtime. The revelation that's coming will shock everyone involved. What these spellcasters hate most about you is your authenticity. They despise your strong mind, your creative ideas, your natural motivation to keep building your life. They're consumed with jealousy over your ability to manifest naturally, while they have to manipulate dark forces just to create pale imitations of what flows effortlessly through you. They've been watching you succeed without their help, and it drives them insane. They see you coming up with innovative solutions, attracting opportunities, inspiring people, creating value in the world, and they know they could never do what you do because they don't have your pure heart or genuine spirit. So they tried to switch destinies with you. They attempted to steal your next moves by spying on your energy, infiltrating your dreams, even paying psychics to track your spiritual progress. They thought if they could just figure out your secrets, they could copy your path to success. But God always confuses them. Just when they think they know your next move, the universe opens a completely different door for you. They're always one step behind, thinking they're controlling the game while you're already playing by entirely different rules that they don't even know exist. Some of these people have been getting away with this kind of manipulation for years. They've successfully destroyed other people's lives, stolen other people's opportunities, broken apart other relationships. They perfected their techniques on weaker targets, people who didn't have your level of spiritual protection. They thought they had mastered the dark arts. Then they decided to target you, and everything they thought they knew about power got turned upside down. Because you're not like their previous victims, chosen one. You have something they can't take away from you no matter how hard they try. Authentic divine energy that flows directly from source. The truth is starting to surface now, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. These fake authentic people who've been putting on performances, getting cosmetic procedures, buying expensive things to create illusions of success, their masks are falling off one by one. The people who chose them over real divine connections are beginning to see the ugly souls behind the pretty facades. Right now, there are people waking up from spells they didn't even know they were under. They're looking around their relationships and wondering how they got there. Marriages that seemed solid are crumbling as the artificial energy holding them together dissolves like sugar in rain. People are realizing they've been living with partners who've been working against them in secret, sabotaging their careers while pretending to support them. Others are discovering that their closest friends have been the ones spreading rumors about them, blocking their opportunities, even trying to steal their partners. Family members are being exposed for the jealous, manipulative people they really are underneath their fake smiles and false concern. The mass awakening has begun, and it's happening because you refuse to break under their pressure. See, while they were busy plotting your destruction in their midnight meetings, God was busy setting them up for their own downfall. Every spell they cast became a blessing in your life. Every curse they sent became a miracle waiting to happen. Every dollar they spent trying to harm you became a deposit in your spiritual bank account that's been accumulating interest this entire time. You want to know how powerful you really are? People are spending their entire paychecks trying to stop you, and their money is literally becoming your blessings. Every time they pay someone to work against you, the universe redirects that energy and those resources to work for you instead. It's like they're unknowingly funding your success while trying to destroy it. This is why money keeps showing up for you in unexpected ways. A check in the mail you weren't expecting, a refund you forgot about, someone paying you back money you thought was gone forever, a sudden opportunity that pays exactly what you needed. This is why solutions appear just when you need them most. This is why you always seem to land on your feet even when everything looks impossible. Their attacks have been transformed into your automatic protection system, working 24 hours a day to ensure that everything they try to block for you gets unblocked. Everything they try to take from you gets returned multiplied. Everything they try to destroy in your life gets rebuilt stronger than before. But the story gets even more incredible. The people who targeted you are starting to experience everything they tried to send to you, and it's happening so fast they can't keep up. The financial ruin they wished on you is visiting their bank accounts with a vengeance. Unexpected bills, failed investments, business deals falling through, money disappearing from places they thought were secure. The isolation they wanted you to feel is wrapping around them like chains. Friends stopping their calls, family members becoming distant, partners pulling away for reasons they can't understand. The failure they planned for your projects is destroying their own endeavors. Every business they start struggles. Every opportunity they pursue leads nowhere. Every goal they set becomes impossibly difficult to achieve. And they can't stop it. Once this spiritual law activated, it became unstoppable. They're trying to reverse what they did, calling the same practitioners they paid to curse you, trying to undo the spells, attempting to take back the curses. Too late. What they set in motion has its own intelligence now, its own mission, to give them exactly what they tried to give you. The most shocking part of this entire situation is that they need you to survive. These same people who spent months trying to destroy you can't function without your ideas, your energy, your insights. They've been stealing your concepts for so long that they don't know how to create anything original. Even their family members who tried to outcast you are discovering they can't maintain their lifestyles without something you provide, whether it's financial support, emotional stability, creative inspiration, or just the positive energy you bring to every situation. How ironic is that? They want you gone, but they can't survive without you. They're like parasites who are trying to kill their host, not realizing that your death would mean their death too. Right now, some of them are in desperate situations, calling the same practitioners they paid to curse you, demanding refunds, asking what went wrong with their spells. They're being told that the magic was performed correctly, but something unexpected happened. They targeted someone with divine protection so strong that all their attacks rebounded automatically. What went wrong is simple. They underestimated who they were dealing with. They thought you were just another target, another person whose life they could ruin for their entertainment and benefit. They didn't realize you're a chosen one with direct access to divine protection systems that most people never even know exist. The awakening continues to spread like wildfire. People who've been under love spells are starting to see clearly for the first time in months or years. The fog is lifting from their minds and they're looking at their partners with fresh eyes. They're realizing they're sharing their beds with people who've been working for their destruction while pretending to love them. They're remembering who they used to be before these relationships, their ambition, their energy, their dreams. They're comparing that to who they've become, tired, unmotivated, financially drained, spiritually empty. And they're starting to connect the dots between their decline and the person who's been feeding them, controlling their environment, and managing their social connections. There's going to be a wave of breakups, divorces, and separations like nothing we've seen before. Not because people are being vindictive, but because the truth is finally being revealed. The fake relationships built on manipulation and control can't survive in the light of authentic awareness. And when these separations happen, when these false connections dissolve, the real divine unions will finally have space to form. You've been waiting for your person, haven't you? Wondering why the right relationship hasn't manifested yet despite all your inner work and healing. It's because the universe has been protecting you from settling for less while clearing out all the artificial connections that were blocking genuine love from reaching you. Your real divine partner has been waiting too, probably dealing with their own spiritual attacks, their own false relationships, their own process of awakening and healing. They've been learning the same lessons you've been learning, developing the same discernment you've been developing, becoming the same authentic person you've been becoming. When you finally meet, it's going to be worth every lonely night you endured, because you'll both be whole, healed, and completely authentic. You'll recognize each other immediately, not just physically, but spiritually. Your souls will feel the relief of finally finding their match after years of dealing with counterfeits and energy vampires. The financial breakthrough is accelerating too, and it's bigger than you've been imagining. Remember when they tried to put death spells on your money? Every single one of those attempts created a protective barrier around your finances that's stronger than any bank vault. Your money is not just protected now, it's multiplying because their negative energy has been converted into prosperity fuel by the universe's automatic justice system. And your enemies are watching it happen, helpless to stop it. Some of them are powerful people with money and influence who expected their resources to guarantee your destruction. Right now they're furious, sitting in their expensive homes, realizing that all their wealth and connections mean nothing when they're fighting against divine will. They're discovering that there are laws in this universe that their money can't buy their way around, forces they can't bribe or manipulate. They're also realizing something that terrifies them. You're becoming more successful, specifically because of their attacks. Every obstacle they put in your path made you more creative in finding solutions. Every door they tried to close forced you to discover windows you never would have found otherwise. Every person they turned against you cleared space for better people to enter your life. The most beautiful part of this story is what's happening to your character through all of this. While they were trying to break you, you were becoming unbreakable. While they were trying to isolate you, you were learning to be completely self-sufficient. While they were trying to steal your light, you were learning to shine brighter than ever before. Their attacks accidentally enrolled you in an advanced spiritual training program that's made you virtually indestructible. You're not the same person you were when this all started. You're stronger, wiser, more intuitive, more connected to your divine nature. You've learned to tell the difference between authentic people and energy vampires. You've developed spiritual discernment that will protect you for the rest of your life. You've also learned something invaluable. You don't need anyone's approval, support, or validation to succeed. You've proven to yourself that you can thrive even when everyone is working against you. That confidence, that self-reliance, that unshakable faith in your own abilities, these are gifts that no one can ever take from you. The people who tried to curse you actually blessed you with the most powerful spiritual education money can't buy. And now the tables are turning in ways that will shock everyone who's been watching this unfold. Your success is about to become undeniable. Not just small wins or gradual progress, massive, impossible to ignore breakthrough success that will make everyone who doubted you question everything they thought they knew about how the world works. The universe is preparing to make an example out of your situation. When people see what happens to you versus what happens to those who targeted you, it's going to serve as a warning to anyone else who might consider coming for a chosen one in the future. Your story is going to become legendary in spiritual circles as an example of what happens when people attack someone with divine protection. The relationships that are meant for you are already being prepared. Your divine partner is going through their own awakening process right now, clearing out their own false connections, healing their own wounds, becoming the person worthy of your authentic love. The friendships that will support your highest good are being arranged. The family you choose is being assembled. Your creative projects are about to explode with success. Those ideas they tried to steal are about to manifest in ways that make it obvious they came through you. Your unique perspective, your authentic voice, your genuine creativity, none of that can be replicated or stolen because it comes from your soul. The financial abundance heading your way is beyond what you've been imagining. Not just enough to pay bills or be comfortable, wealth that allows you to impact the world, to help other people, to live completely free from financial stress. The money they spent trying to destroy you has been redirected by the universe into the most abundant period of your entire life. And your enemies, they're about to learn what permanent consequences look like. The curse they placed on themselves by targeting you isn't temporary. This isn't something they can pray away or pay someone to fix. The spiritual law they activated when they decided to attack a chosen one is permanent. They'll experience the consequences lifetime after lifetime until they learn the lesson about respecting divine energy. Some of them will try to apologize, try to make amends, try to undo the damage. Too late. The energy has its own momentum now. The universe has already made its decision about how this story ends. The most satisfying part is that you don't have to do anything to make this happen. You don't have to seek revenge or plot their downfall or even think about them at all. The cosmic justice system is handling everything automatically while you focus on building your amazing life. And as we reach the conclusion of this story, we return to where we began, with the truth about what they did to you. It was the dumbest thing they could have ever done. Not because they failed to destroy you, but because they accidentally activated the most powerful protection and blessing systems in the universe on your behalf. They tried to dim your light and instead gave you access to unlimited spiritual energy. They tried to block your path and instead cleared all obstacles from your way. They tried to curse you and instead blessed you beyond their wildest nightmares. The witches, warlocks, and energy vampires who targeted you have cursed their own lives forever. The demons they summoned are still there, in their homes, in their relationships, in their minds, growing stronger every day. The spells they cast have rebounded to them with interest that compounds daily. The money they spent has become your miracles, manifesting in ways that will amaze you. Meanwhile, you're standing here, chosen one, more powerful than ever, with a future so bright it would blind them if they could see it. You've learned who you really are through the fire of their attacks. You've discovered your true strength by refusing to break under their pressure. The Obsidian Inner Order is a sanctuary for those who have walked difficult paths and emerged with wisdom others can't see. We understand that some experiences exist outside the boundaries of what most people consider possible or acceptable to discuss. Every week we gather live on Zoom, real people with real faces sharing real stories without judgment. There's space here for the experiences you've carried in silence, the patterns you've noticed that others dismiss, the intuitive knowledge you've gained through your journey. We don't just listen, we understand. When you're struggling to make sense of your experiences, when you feel gaslit by a world that refuses to acknowledge your reality, you can return to our recorded calls and remember that your perception is valid. Join the Obsidian Inner Order, where your reality is honored and your voice is heard. Link in description. You are undefeated, you are protected, you are blessed beyond measure, and this is just the beginning of your story. The forces that tried to write your ending accidentally gave you the most powerful beginning of your life. What they meant for harm, the universe used for your elevation. What they intended as your destruction became the foundation of your greatest victories. Welcome to your new reality, chosen one. It's everything they tried to take from you, multiplied by infinity, and it's all yours now, forever.